Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into an intriguing topic: the power of now versus traditional mindfulness practices. Eckhart Tolle's philosophy has changed countless lives. But how does it really compare to the mindfulness practices rooted in ancient traditions? Let's find out. Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now centers around one core principle: being fully present in the moment. He teaches that most suffering comes from identifying too strongly with our thoughts, whether it's regrets from the past or anxieties about the future. According to Tolle, our minds are constantly chattering, dragging us away from the present. The solution? Learn to observe your thoughts without identifying with them. This detachment brings about a state of inner peace and freedom from the pain body, the accumulated emotional pain that lives in us. One of Tolle's famous quotes captures this perfectly. "Realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Make the now the primary focus of your life." But how does this philosophy compare to traditional mindfulness practices? Mindfulness practices, especially those rooted in Buddhism and ancient Eastern traditions, also emphasize being present. However, the focus is slightly different. Traditional mindfulness encourages non-judgmental awareness of the present moment. It's about being consciously aware of your thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations without trying to change them. The idea is to accept whatever arises with compassion and neutrality. A core practice here is mindful meditation, where you focus on your breath, bodily sensations, or a specific mantra. The goal isn't necessarily to detach from thoughts, but to acknowledge them without resistance. For example, in Zen Buddhism, practitioners often sit quietly and simply observe their thoughts come and go, like watching clouds pass in the sky. So, where do the two approaches differ? 1. Focus on thought observation. Tolle emphasizes detachment from thoughts, seeing them as external phenomena. Traditional mindfulness encourages acceptance and non-resistance, acknowledging thoughts as part of the human experience. 2. Spiritual versus practical approach. The power of now has a spiritual undertone, focusing on dissolving the ego and achieving enlightenment. Traditional mindfulness, especially in modern contexts, is often seen as a practical tool for stress reduction and mental clarity. 3. Ultimate goal. Tolle aims for a spiritual awakening, the realization of the self beyond the mind. Traditional mindfulness focuses on cultivating awareness and reducing suffering in daily life. In essence, Tolle's teachings are more about a complete transformation of consciousness, while traditional mindfulness emphasizes being present with whatever arises. It's also worth noting that while modern mindfulness practices can sometimes seem more practical and secular, their roots in Buddhist philosophy are inherently spiritual. In fact, both Buddhism and Tolle's teachings ultimately aim for freedom from suffering and living fully in the present. To do this topic justice, I'll be creating another video soon where I dive deeper into the fascinating relationship between the power of now and Buddhist mindfulness practices. Stay tuned for that. Interestingly, many people find that these two philosophies can complement each other rather than conflict. For example, you can practice Tolle's thought observation technique to break free from obsessive thinking, and then use traditional mindfulness practices to cultivate gentle awareness of your emotions. Both approaches ultimately aim to reduce suffering and increase presence, but they go about it in slightly different ways. Instead of choosing one over the other, you might find value in integrating both into your life. Personally, I like to start my day with a power of now-inspired presence practice, focusing on being still and letting go of thoughts. Later, I might incorporate mindful breathing or a body scan to stay grounded throughout the day. If this comparison made you think differently about mindfulness and presence, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights like this. Want to explore more about the power of now? Read the full post on dailyselfwisdom.com. The link is in the description below the video. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you resonate more with Tolle's teachings or traditional mindfulness practices? Share your perspective in the comments. dailyselfwisdom.com